Today we're going to use the distributive property again, but we're going to combine it also with simplifying using zero pairs. So write the date on your paper, and our title is Simplify the Expression. Distributive property. And zero pairs. Okay. First I want to start out just making sure everybody remembers how to use the algebra tiles. So we're going to start with an easy example of simplifying with zero pairs. Our first problem is going to be -3 plus 4. And this is really just adding integers, which we did first semester, but we can think of it as simplifying with zero pairs because we've got 3 negatives, or -3 represented with 3 red tiles. The red is negative. And we've got 4 blue tiles, which are the positive tiles. So -3 plus 4 could be represented with the tiles in this way, and then we can make zero pairs because a zero pair is matching a positive with a negative, or we could call it +1 with a -1. So here's a zero pair, and that pair goes away, it's 0. Here's another zero pair, that 0 goes away, and another 0, and we're left with +1. Okay, this same concept works with X tiles as well. Remember, the X is the blue rectangle. So if I have 5x tiles, 5x, and I want to add -3x. Let's write that down. We have 5x, those are positives, plus -3x. The red side is negative. Even though these are x tiles, we still add them the same way that we would the unit tiles, like in number 1. We just look at the number in front of the letter. So the +5 plus the -3, and we can simplify with zero pairs. There's a positive and a negative x, and that makes a zero pair. Another positive and negative makes a 0, and another 0, and we're left with the 2 positive x's. So 5x plus -3x equals 2x. Okay, that's a review of how to use zero pairs, but we're going to use distributive property and zero pairs in the same problem. So we're combining yesterday's lesson with our concept of zero pairs. Problem number 3 is 2 parentheses 3x plus 2 plus -4 plus -2x. Okay, let me draw a line here so we can see that this is a separate problem. Alright, the new problem has a lot of things going on here. We've got 2 times the quantity 3x plus 2. That means, really, we're adding 3x plus 2, but since we're multiplying it times 2, we have two groups of 3x plus 2. So I'm going to put that on the paper for you so you can see that. Here's 3x plus 2, but I don't just have one group, I'm multiplying it times 2, so I have two of those. So here's another 3x plus 2. So now we have 2 times 3x plus 2. But I also need to add negative 4. So I've got negative 4 that I'm adding. And I need to add negative 2x. So I need two x's that are negative. There they are. So that's the whole expression right there. Okay. So using distributive property, we can show that the 2 times the 3x plus 2 is really not just 3x. Because we multiplied times 2, it came out to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 x's. And that's because the 2 distributes to the 3x. And 2 times 3x equals 6x. And the 2 also distributes to the 2. 2 times 2 is 4. So we have our 6x plus 4. And that's what we have here with our tiles. We have the 3x plus 2 and another 3x plus 2. So in total, we've got 6 x's plus 4 positives due to the distributive property. But we can't forget, we're still adding the negative 4. And we're also adding negative 2x. Okay, so here's our negative 4 and here's our negative 2x. We've done our distributive property, but now we get to use our zero pairs to simplify even further. Because we want to simplify. This is still kind of a long expression. Maybe we can condense it down so it's a little bit more simple in the way it looks. Let's put all the x's together. So I'll move these negative 2x's over, make some room, and put them over here with the positive x's. So now we can see that there's going to be zero pairs. Because there's a positive x and a negative x, that's 0. And a positive x plus another negative x, that's 0. And I'm left with 4x, right? So actually we should write it too, that we're moving the x's over. So this was 6x, and then we moved the negative 2x. Oops, plus negative 2x. There we go. And then we had the positive 4 plus the negative 4. Okay, so when we did that, I'll put it back again so you can see it. When we did that, we had our 6x, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, plus our negative 2x. We did the zero pairs, those go away, and we're left with 4x, because 6 plus negative 2 is 4, right? So we have 4x's left. Now with the ones, we've got 4 positives and 4 negatives. 4 plus negative 4 is 0. The whole thing is a zero pair, right? Because the 4 positives match with the 4 negatives all go away. So really all that's left at the end of this expression is 4x. That's what we're left with. We have nothing more. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get a worksheet and you're going to practice the same thing. You're not going to have to use the algebra tiles, but if you need any extra help, ask the teacher to help you, or re-watch this video. You can re-watch the segments that maybe were unclear the first time. It's always good to listen to things twice or 3 times to really get it. So if you need to do that, go ahead.